Nick Hart from Backstreet Boys.
Shout out to Boy Band Break.
It's Chris Kirkpatrick here. Shout out to your podcast, Boy Band Break.
Everybody, this is Howie D, and I'm listening to Boy Band Break.
Hi, Ashley Parker Angel here. Huge shout out to the Boy Band Break podcast.
This is Brad from LFO, and you are listening to Boy Band Break.
Hey, what's up? This is Jacob.
What's up? It's Dan.
What's up? It's Trevor.
And it's Eric Michael, and it's time for Boy Band Break, baby. Let's go!
Welcome back to Boy Band Break, where we encourage you to take a break from your day and join us in some boy band conversation. As always, I'm Cinzia.
And I'm Sofia.
And I
welcome
back. Welcome back. So as we always say, every time we do a boy band update episode, by the time we actually post the episode, new updates have come around. So we're going to update the updates.
So we're going to update the updates, and we're going to do a correction from the last episode. We had said that Nick Carter was going to be at Rhode Island Comic Con, and he had to cancel.
He bailed. That's the
so our apologies for that.
Did we predict this or not? I can't remember. I don't think we did, but
I think we said he hopefully doesn't cancel, but I don't think we predicted.
So maybe we jinxed it. So apologies to anybody who ended up going. There were still other people there that were cool, or you could do other things, but that's the problem.
Then there was also Freddie Prinze Jr. The last time that he was announced, he canceled, and then he also canceled this time as well. So I was like, well, at least he's consistent like Nick.
So that's why I love cons, but I also hate cons. So first of all, you will barely never get a refund if your artist cancels, because you're paying to go to the con, not to see that artist. Yeah. However, if you have like a photo op or something booked, they'll refund you that, or you can use it for another artist or whatever. So
that's why they say don't just go for only one guest. Go for multiple people, because then you won't be disappointed or sad.
That's true. That is true.
But most people go for one person because that's basically all they like on that, which is understandable.
And if that artist shows up, that's awesome and great. And if they don't show up, then it's sucky and whatever. But you gotta weigh your risks, right? So you're like, if other people are there, if this sounds like an interesting convention, I'm going to go to it, then go. And if not, then, or you try to pick ones that are kind of closer to you, so you don't have to like worry about hotels and flights and all that things. But
so because he canceled, hopefully, fingers crossed, he doesn't cancel 90s Con. But maybe he has a better chance of going because AJ is going to be there.
That's true.
But we'll see. Because when AJ was there before, he still canceled. So
yeah. So you know what?
It's at another con. At another con, it was also Nick and AJ, and then Nick canceled, but AJ was still there. So 50-50 chance, I guess you could say.
That's the thing. So, you just take it with a grain of salt, and hopefully if he does show up, it's always good when your favorites show up and you can spend time with them. And cons are a much better setting than things. Okay, sorry. My boss just wrote back to me about the thing that I was stressing out about before. So we're good. Okay.
Excellent. I'm happy that you have gotten a great answer.
Yay. Now my stress levels are down.
Yes.
Okay, just to explain it to people, obviously I've mentioned that I worked with Please and Thank You part-time. And I applied for a gig, did not think I got it. And then I just got a message yesterday saying, okay, we're good to go for Monday. And I was like, okay, I actually work. So yeah, anyway, so sadly not boy band related, but fun. So my boss just approved my time off, so we're good. Okay, cool. So
happiness.
Yay money. Okay, so yes. So today it's a snowy day.
So that's the first update. We have a correction from previous boy band update.
Then just take all updates with a grain of salt, because updates continue to happen. So you know what what I do like about this though is that in like years, like we can look back and see, oh, what did we do in November 2025 or October 24 or something like that. So it's kind of fun to see like the updates kind of progress throughout the years. So there you go. So I believe today's episode's updates kind of are inspired by what is happening outside of our windows right now. I don't know where you guys live, but in Southern Ontario, where Sofia and I live, it is snowing. We're recording this on November 9th, and snow. We're like, why?
The first
Why? Like,
snowfall of the season.
and
It happens every year, but we are still not ready for it because even though it's said on the news and on the Weather Network that this is going to happen, I'm still like,
just
well,
like, yeah, it's fine.
No, what do you mean?
The problem is we had a really hot October. Like October had some really nice, beautiful, like t-shirt weather days. So we're like, snow in November, you're crazy. And yet here we are. So there you go. That's happening, but that's good because it kind of puts us in the mood for some of our updates that we have this week.
The holiday mood, if you will.
If you will, indeed. So yes, we got a lot of Christmassy stuff coming up. So I guess first off, since our last updates, they announced, where am I looking here?
And they is Jonas Brothers?
Jonas Brothers, yes. So Jonas Brothers have announced. So as you know, earlier this year, this is their 20th anniversary. So they did this big Jonas Con in New Jersey, which was just like a convention at a mall, and there was a lot of cool things going on. I am bummed I didn't go to that, but it's far. So yes, but that sounded fun. And then what they ended up doing this summer when they were on tour is they had some Jonas Cons at various events. Not all of them, but at some of the concerts. Prior to the concert, about an hour before the concert, they had these little Jonas Con things. I actually have no idea what actually happens in these Jonas Cons because by the time we got to the concert, they had already cut off the line and we couldn't get into that. But as I'm understanding, they have like pop-ups and they have like you can take pictures with things and there's like cool interactive things and people are selling their homemade merch and stuff like that. So what they have added this recently is they're going to add 2 Jonas Con Christmas dates because as you guys know, they added some more dates for the end of the year. So they're doing November, December tour. And so the 2 Jonas Con Christmas dates is November 19th at Belmont Park in New York at the UBS Arena and November 29th in Las Vegas, Nevada at the MGM Grand Garden Arena. So it says, Jonas Con Christmas is coming. Get in the spirit before the show at our free pre-show fan event, packed with festive fun, exclusive merch, and holiday surprises. Admission to the pre-show event is free for all tour ticket holders for the featured city. So basically, as long as you have a ticket to the concert, you're golden because this takes place inside the venue of where it is happening. So I think it's basically at the bigger places. Obviously, these are arenas, so there's a spot that they can do this. Whereas like a smaller concert hall, they wouldn't really have a place to put it up. So that's fun. You got that going on. Right now, if you're looking at the New York show, there are a ton of tickets available. So hopefully that's, will sell a little bit closer to the date. But if not, if you are looking for tickets, I'm going to share this tab instead. There's tons available. Like obviously around the catwalk is sold out, but so yes, they have some floor seats. They are going for $196 US. Higher up is about 138. So quite a few tickets. It looks like they didn't really sell or they've already sold out the upper level. So yeah, there you go. So go check it out. Get in your Jonas Christmas spirit. And so that's happening with that. Speaking of Jonas Christmas spirit, by the time you listen to this, it will already be out. But coming out this week, as we mentioned previously, if I can find the tab. I don't know where I put the tab. Basically, the Jonas... Here, I'll share this. That's the wrong thing. As per usual. Okay, I'm going to share this one. So a Very Jonas Christmas movie is coming out. It's coming out on Disney Plus and I think Hulu.
Yes, and Hulu. Could you make it larger, this poster, or?
I don't think so. I think that's pretty much as big as I
Okay.
can make it on here. But it's the Very Jonas Christmas. The other things say "Let it bro, let it bro, let it bro" instead of "Let it snow."
Yes, and then they shared a trailer of the movie.
Yes,
and
so
it's
there's-
quite interesting. I think it's like very cheesy, but I think it's fun.
Yeah, so they had one original trailer and now they released one in the last week that is a little bit longer and explains more of what's going on in here. This picture I got was just from somebody who had posted in one of the Jonas Brothers groups that I'm in that her niece is an influencer and has invited her to the premiere in New York, which I'm like, everyone's like, I'm pretty sure you shouldn't be posting this information, but okay, sure. So anyways, so the New York premiere is Monday, November 10th. At the New York City Center, and then there's a reception at the Plaza Hotel afterwards. In Canada, there's a contest happening, which will have already ended and already passed by the time you hear this. But Universal Music is doing something for a screening on Thursday, November 13th. So they're giving away 50 double passes for it. So what I thought was interesting, because they don't mention that
From
the boys are
November
gonna be
6th
there.
to the 10th was the
Yes,
how long you have
to enter. Yes.
to enter.
But anyways, it is happening, but it did not say where it's. Did you see where it was happening? I wonder if it said it on there.
No.
Hold on one second.
Oh yes, 80. Oh man, I forget the thing,
on,
but it was
I found
something
it.
80.
80 Atlantic
Austin
Avenue.
Yeah, Atlantic. Okay, there you go.
What is that 80 Atlantic Avenue?
It was like a huge building before, and then they bought it.
Who's they?
Universal.
So it's at
the
Universal
CEO, the CEO. I think I read somewhere he bought it.
So it looks like it's in Liberty Village.
Yes.
So it also looks like when I map quested, it's it's Universal Music. So it's actually happening at their. Interesting. Okay.
Yes.
Here is what it looks like when it's not covered in snow and just Google Maps. Oh wait, no, that's 68. So somewhere on this street is Universal Music. So that's 99. Interesting. So anyways, so they're going to be, they don't officially say that the Jonas Brothers are going to be there, but the Jonas Brothers do not have a show that day. They have one on the 12th and they have one on the 14th. So it's very plausible that they would be able to come to this, especially if it's.
And they filmed the movie in Toronto. So I feel like that would be like a full circle moment if they go there and thank everyone.
I think it makes sense for them to do a screening.
Yeah. Yeah.
So for sure. So congrats to anyone who would have seen that, won that. So, hopefully it'll be us and we'll be telling you about that. But, if not, the Jonas Brothers movie does come out on Disney Plus on Friday, November 14th. It has a bunch of people in there. It kind of looks like the one guy from Modern Family. What's his name? Jesse something. Plays like a Santa type character. Oh my God, I could just go to IMDb. So basically the story is they're in London. They need to get back to America so that the Kevin and Nick could meet up with their families and stuff for Christmas. Joe is single. I believe there's some sort of love interest for him as well. So so basically it's a Christmas movie where they gotta get back to America and see that. So
doesn't Joe have 2 children?
Joe has 2 daughters who live in London, which I think is
so.
Kind of
Wouldn't that be a family as well?
You know what? I have not seen the movie, so I have no idea what it actually is. But
okay, no,
yes. but ironically,
saying,
yes, his family lives in London. So what does it need?
Yeah. So wouldn't that? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh, sorry. Just something that I
you're good.
was
so
observing.
Share. Yeah. I don't know.
Like,
I'll see it when it comes out.
I understand he's single
the daughters
now,
live with
his
Sophie,
daughters
right?
is part of his family.
That is correct, yes. So it's a Very Jonas Christmas movie. 3 famous brothers race against time and face mounting challenges during a chaotic journey from London to New York. Sorry, I said LA, it's New York. Desperate to make it home in time for Christmas with their loved ones. So there's that guy. And then, so then things happen, like their plane blows up and other stuff. So they have to planes, trains, and automobile it back to thing. There's a really funny part where they're being chased by wolves And then they're just like, Kevin, sorry we didn't get to hear you sing. I'm sure you sound okay. And like, but which is funny because actually Kevin's solo song is coming out and it's called Changing, and he's performed it a few times in concert and it sounds really good. So some of the celebrity friends in
Good
there.
job, Kevin.
We got Billy Lord, we got KJ Appa, Chloe Bennett, obviously the Jonas Brothers, Laverne Cox.
And KJ Appa was on
Riverdale. Yes.
Because he was with, obviously, Luke Perry. He played his son in the show.
Yes. So yeah, so that'll be fun. And along with that, they are also releasing an album called A Very Jonas Christmas Soundtrack. So that is on Spotify. You can save it right now. And
pre-save it. Although one song was available.
One song is available. It's called Coming Home This Christmas. So that's with the Jonas Brothers and Kenny G for some reason. So I think, yeah, we'll probably review the movie and this song album.
Yeah.
Once we figure out,
put it on our list.
Once we figure out how to get Sophia to see it. So because she does not have Disney Plus, but we'll figure this out.
Yes, that's one that I don't have.
If anybody would like to share their password with Sophia.
There's a lot of streaming services.
So yeah, so this is what it looks. Ooh, that's really bad quality. That's what it looks like. A Very Jonas Christmas movie original soundtrack. So that also comes out on the 14th. So the songs on it is Like It's Christmas live version, which I believe they've already released last year. You make every day feel like it's Christmas.
Yes, that is a really good song. It's very catchy. That's part of my playlist of Christmas songs.
They did perform that when we were when I was at the filming of the concert scene in this movie. I like to pretend that I'm in this movie and I'm just gonna be like, yep, it's gonna be me there, front and center, but obviously not because I'm in the crowd off to the side. So I'm pretty sure I will not get any screen time, but one can pretend.
But you could say like, oh, I was there. I was there. Part of the filming there. Yeah.
And I got to they gave us Jingle Bros t-shirts. And so I will see, they did not fit. It was very small, but I squeezed myself into a large and I'm going to see if I can find it. Cause so
that's great. That's a memory you have.
There you go.
It's all about making
memories. So the second song is Best Night. It looks like it's just a Joe Jonas song. Coming Home This Christmas, which is already out. A song called Home Alone, which is Nick Jonas and Andrew Barth Feldman. Feel Something is Joe Jonas and Chloe Bennett. Oh, I wonder if Chloe Bennett is supposed to be the love interest. She's named Lucy. So maybe that's it.
Maybe.
Remember When, which is Jonas Brothers, Better Off Alone, also Jonas Brothers Time, and then Sucker live version, and then Like It's Christmas. So I feel like this will be a very short album. It doesn't, I feel like these tracks are short, but anyways,
that's okay.
Very good. So that's good.
The sweet spot is like between 2.5 and 3.5 minutes, I think.
I feel so, yes. I wonder if did they release some Christmas stuff too or no? Merch-wise. Let me just check their website. Oh, they released some camouflage stuff for some reason. I don't know why, but
maybe there was something camouflagey. A reason. Maybe because it was like Veterans Day or something like that.
Yeah, I don't really know, but they have some camo shirts and hoodies with either pink or orange. They also recently released
something fun for them, maybe something different. I don't know.
They released the favorites one, which is like Kevin, Joe, and Nick, and then the Joe one like sold out immediately. Joe is in his little cowboy era right now, and we're all loving that.
I feel like the arms are a good seller. If you show some arms, that's a big seller nowadays.
There's just a lot. There's just a lot of
Just showing those arms. Exactly.
And then Louder. So that song Backwards wasn't supposed to be a single, but that one girl recorded her doing that, and now this is like a meme thing where they keep saying Louder, and then they just sing the Backwards song. So that they have that merch as well. So yeah,
cool.
A lot of vintagey stuff, and when Kevin's real name is actually Paul. So they have some Paul Jonas stuff. And yeah, so yeah, lots of interesting things there for Joe Bro fans. But the last Jonas Brother thing I want to talk about is a cool like solo event. So basically, Joe and Nick both announced solo events when they announced the second half of this tour. Joe's was supposed to be a Halloween party with DNCE in Miami. That ended up getting canceled a couple days before, production issues, not really sure what. So that didn't happen. But Nick's is happening as of now, knock on wood. Just went on sale this week and basically sold out like immediately. So it's called Nick Jonas Sunday Best. So what it is, so I did not know this, but did you know that the Jonas Brothers also have restaurant?
Yes.
So their restaurant
I feel like we talked about this.
Okay.
In another update, maybe.
Probably. So it's called Nellie's.
Yes.
So it's like Nellie's Southern Cooking or something like that. So
I feel like we talked about this in another update.
Okay. Probably. See, they've got to update my own brain because I feel like that's not there.
Or maybe we read it somewhere. Who knows?
You know what we should do? We should just have like a boy band restaurant taste tests and just kind of once we get infinite amount of money so we can travel all over and do this. So obviously we've done a lot of Wahlburgers. So that's your New Kids on the Block. But Howie has
like
that
Wahlburgers
restaurant.
in the lead because that's the only one we know.
It's affordable. It's in the lead. But
yes.
They also have Howie has that one restaurant in Florida, which I cannot remember the name of right now. It starts with a C.
Isn't it like Coa? C-O-A? Coa?
I think so. Something like that. So yeah. Coa, something like that. So I think that one's a little more elevated restaurant. And then we got this Nellie's one, so this is why I was confused. Because again, I recently joined a Jonas Brothers fan group and there's a Nellie's in the one city, but it's like half an hour from the venue. And people are like, oh, if you're going there because you think the boys might show up, they probably won't. I was like, why would they go to this random restaurant? And then I was like, oh, they own this restaurant chain. That makes sense. So Franklin Jonas is opening for the Jonas Brothers. He's been doing a lot of acoustic sets before the show, like outside of the arena. Sometimes it'll be like literally outside and sometimes it'll be at a bar nearby. So he did that. I believe that was in North Carolina. So there you go. But anyway, so Nick announced this Sunday Best thing and I'm thinking, oh, this is going to be super expensive because we've gone to boy band things. I'm pretty sure Howie's last Howie Eats is like around $400, right? In Vegas.
Yes, but that was because it's in Vegas.
It's in Vegas, whatever. But this is also in Vegas, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, so you could get just the show ticket. Yeah, it's Nellie's Las Vegas. So if you want just the show, it's $107. Limited view is $143, but so it's brunch and show for $214. It's like, that's not terrible.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Like, so you get to see Nick. He's going to perform some songs and stuff. And, actually, let me read you the description. It says, join us at Nellie's, a Jonas family restaurant, Las Vegas for Sunday Best, a one-day exclusive brunch featuring a live performance of new music from Nick Jonas. Indulge in chef-driven brunch classics, signature craft cocktails, and a vibrant Vegas energy that turns Sunday into a celebration. Dress in your Sunday best and make it a morning worth remembering. So I guess you're supposed to wear like dresses and shit like you would wear to church, I guess. So, okay. So what is Sunday? So it's an intimate Sunday brunch concert series where fans savor elevated brunch dishes and intimate live acoustic performances from Nick Jonas. Each show captures the warmth, soul, and style of a perfect Sunday, the kind that lingers on long after the last note. So what's interesting to me is this makes it sound like they're going to be doing more of these, that this is not a one-off issue. So, so this one's taking place.
Probably.
So their restaurant is inside of the MGM Grand. Isn't that where New Kids are performing?
Yes.
Interesting. Okay. So this one, so it's from 12 to 2 on November 30th. So doors open at 10. So included in the ticket is you get the brunch curated by their team, live performance by Nick Jonas, access to merch and photo moments, and drinks for purchase. All ages, blah, blah, blah. You're welcome to take pictures and videos. Live streaming is not permitted apparently, but we know the girlies are going to do it hopefully. Yeah. So anyways, my only thing is that so all guests have to be seated by 11:30. So yeah. So things, you're going to have merch and food and all. So it sounds like it'll be a fun event. Sounds cool. The only interesting thing that I did note is that it does not mention photos with Nick. So I don't think it's an actual meet and greet as well, which the Howie one is. So maybe that's why his is a couple $100 more. I don't know. And I don't know if Nick is like, I'm not a huge Joe Bro, like whatever, but I don't know if he's more into fan interactions as much as the others. Like, I feel like Joe and Kevin would be more out there, like taking stuff. Like, I have seen like selfies with Nick and stuff, but I feel like he's kind of more reserved than the others. So
I don't know. He might mingle, and maybe he wants to take a photo with everyone, but maybe it's not enough time. Who knows?
And that's true. And I think this is kind of like, so you're in the room with him, you're eating food, and you're getting to see him perform. So that's basically all it said. And anything on top of that is bonus, right?
Right.
It's bonus Jonas if he wants to do any more. But
exactly.
So anyways, I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they're almost kind of like the Nick Carter lunches, right?
Yes,
like,
and that was good.
With Nick, he performed. Yeah, asked questions, like he answered questions, took photos. That one was like a little bit extra, but
this
was a good thing for our butt.
Yeah. That was good. Like, I really enjoyed the Nick lunches because he went to all of our tables, chatted with us, took like a little selfie. We had food. He performed. We did Q&A. And then we took individual, like actual professional photos. Because remember the second one, he tried not to do that. We're like, no, sir. We're taking our professional photos.
I think he forgot like what was part of the package.
Yeah, because like, so those were really good events. And those were about that price. Yeah.
At the Wahlburgers, he took selfies, but he forgot to take professional photos.
That's true. We did get a video.
Because we were all like in Montreal. We took selfies, but you're supposed to do the professional photo. And he's like, oh yeah. And then they did it.
And then we had,
but in Toronto, I think we forgot to say like, oh no, you have to do professional photo.
Was the Wahlburger one? It's a different time period though, wasn't it?
It was in Toronto.
Because I remember the very first Nick lunch we went to was at that hotel. Yes. In the basement, because it was on the Nick and Night tour.
Yes.
And we had like butternut ravioli and I was like, fuck, this is delicious. And then we were like making jokes about being vampires and like, it was just like, that was the very first
because we had said when we went to see Aaron Carter, he just had pizza, but this is like amazing.
We're like, this is really fancy, but like people were not eating the food. I was like, fuck yeah, let's do this. This is good.
Oh, I was eating. Yeah, I ate the food. It was really good. Yeah.
But that was the very first Nick lunch ever, I think, was that one. So
yes, that was on the Nick it was Night because tour. Jordan Knight did one, and Jordan then they wanted to do one. Yeah, so they wanted to do one as well.
If I recall correctly, the Jordan one was $300, and the Nick one was $300. But if you went to the concert, you got a $50 discount. So it was $250, but it was always only $250 because they just didn't want Jordan to get mad. I feel like that.
Yes, I agree. I feel like that is the correct.
And that was like, they literally like 2 days before, they're like, oh, we're going to do this. And we're like, okay. And then I remember at the concert the day before, Eddie's like, you guys going to come to this? And we're like, I don't know. And he's like, you should come. We're like, okay. And then we just bought it on site and we're like, is it like pizza? He's like, no, it's real food. We're like, all right, we're sold. We're good. Yeah. So that was the first one. So that was on the Nick and Night tour. Yes. The Wahlburgers one was just Nick. So I remember that one. And then we also did another one in Montreal, you're right, where we had the gross like duck. And then on that tour, that was I think Wahlburgers might have been All-American. And then I'm Taking Off.
Yes.
No, maybe
it was
not.
All-American.
Shit, it was one. Mm-hmm. I just remember that we did the one in Montreal and drove back to Toronto. And we did another one at another hotel and they just had like yogurt and stuff. And then he tried to like leave and we're like, no, bud.
Yes, that's the one he tried to leave as well. He tried to leave twice. But that
like,
one,
we're getting our money's worth.
But that one we spoke up and we're like, hey, we have a professional photo. But the one at Wahlburgers, I think we were just like so into it that we forgot to mention that it was a professional photo as well. And then he already left.
He was running late because he had to go to the social. Is that what it's called? The Canadian version of The View.
That's right.
Which we ended up going to anyway. So so that was fun. Yeah. That was fun. Anyways.
Which was like 50-50 chance that we would get in because it had us on the waiting list.
That was great. And then we got $50 Walmart gift cards. And we're like, oh, this is beautiful.
That was like the best experience at a TV audience experience. It was amazing. Yeah, that was amazing. Because then I think after that, they stopped giving away the gift cards.
Yes, they definitely did. Because the last time when I went for AJ, we got nothing being there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, this is amazing. That was like the best experience as an audience member.
Yes. So that was fun. Anyways, long story long, if a boy bander offers you food and a music performance, go to it. It's fun. It's a lot more intimate than a concert. And like sometimes you'll get interactions depending on the boy band member. Sometimes you won't. But you know what? It's just fun to be in like a small location hanging out and like.
Yeah, it's a different experience. It's a fun experience. You get to make more memories in a different setting. I think that's great. Sure.
Definitely.
Especially when you were younger, you were like, oh my God, I wish I could go on a cruise with a boy band. And you did that. You do that as you get older, right?
Picture with them. And
you wish you went to a VIP and you did that. You wish like you ate with one of the members of a boy band. You do that. Like these are experiences that you never thought would be possible. And you make it happen for yourself.
It's so much fun. If you can do it, it's so much fun. Like,
oh, absolutely. Like
the one time at the Howie lunch with like Howie and CJ from 3 Deep, that was super fun. Like, it's just a fun experience and just chill to be able to like hang out with a boy band member or being there, like, as opposed to like being in a concert with like 20,000 people. Right. So it's kind of cool. So if your boy band does it, go for it and you get food. So that's the way to my heart. So anyway, so that is fun stuff that the Jonas. Oh, did I show you what this restaurant looks like? I just pulled it up. This one looks actually kind of bougie, maybe because it's in Vegas, but it's called Nellie's Southern Kitchen. And it looks like super fancy in there.
I feel like
I guess there's like a little stage. So I guess he'll perform there. And then there's like little like tables and stuff. So like this looks like a good intimate kind of venue. Like some tables and stuff. I would say maybe 200 people, maybe 100.
Probably.
Yeah. So anyways, good times. So that's what the Joe Bros are up to. So they'll be seeing a lot of things.
That's fun. That's going to be a fun experiences all around. So if you're able to go, why not?
Why not? Next, so that was a Very Jonas Christmas. So we're switching over to a Very Backstreet Christmas, because they have recently re-released their Christmas album this is just on digital platforms, correct?
Yes. So that they made it so it was just a digital because Feliz Navidad and It's Christmas Time Again, when it first came out 3 years ago on October 14th, did not have that on Spotify. So now they're re-releasing it as a digital. And now It's Christmas Time Again and Feliz Navidad is now on Spotify, which is really good because It's Christmas Time Again. I tried to find that song like so many times over the years after it came off. And I was like, why did they take it off?
They took it off after it was released because that was the one with the really creepy cartoon commercial, like music video.
I remember also I used it for 1 year when I went to the Winter Village in Toronto at the Distillery District, and I made like a little reel, and I used It's Christmas Time Again for that reel. And then I went, and then I think a couple of years ago, I tried to look for that song, and it wouldn't pop up. So I was like, why are they taking up Instagram Music too? Like, what's up with that? So I was like, yes. It's back on Instagram Music, and now it's back on Spotify. So at least we have it now.
Okay, but I would just like to point out the fact
is we already received these songs on the deluxe version when I bought it. 3 years ago.
Yes, when it came out in 2022, there was the regular version and there was the deluxe version that had these two songs on the CD. So most of us already have these two songs. So we're just like, oh, and then AJ's like, oh, it's being released with two new songs. I'm like, oh, okay. So I'm thinking, oh, they recorded some additional ones. No, just the ones we already had. So that kind of
So maybe they think that not all of us got the deluxe version, or they think we just got the regular version. I have no idea.
Could be, who knows. What they did do, though, I'm going to share this one instead, is that they've now released a Feliz Navidad kind of video.
Yes,
Okay.
it's called a lyric video.
It is a lyric video for Feliz Navidad, which, you know, everybody knows that song. So they're like little cartoon animation-y type people. And I originally, when I saw this, thought that this was Nick. And I was like, oh, Nick's hair has a bit of curl in it. But if you continue to watch, you realize that's Brian, because this is Nick.
So if you saw in the beginning of the video, it just gives you it basically shows all the boys except for Howie. So each boy got a solo except for Howie.
Oh, that's funny. So is Howie not in?
So yeah.
There's Howie. So we got
There's
Kevin,
Howie,
we
yeah.
got Howie, we got Nick, we got Brian, we got
But
AJ.
I was like waiting for Howie, and then Howie didn't get one. I was like, why did they give Howie a solo? That was funny. I was like,
Howie's always getting the shaft here. So yeah, so there you go. So that's kind of out there. So yeah, so we got that.
But the curly one was Brian.
The curly one was Brian. Yes. And every time I see the blonde one, I was like, this is clearly Nick. And I was like, oh, it doesn't look like Nick. And I'm like, because it's Brian and I'm dumb. So yeah.
I feel like the only one that it actually looks like is Kevin.
Kevin, yes. You can't really mess up.
Kevin was like the easiest one. Was like, yes, this is Kevin. Like I knew who all of them were anyways. But if you didn't, you'd be like, oh, that's Kevin.
Wait, hold on. Is AJ in this? So
yeah, AJ's the glasses.
Oh, I thought that was Kevin. I thought they had two Kevin.
Okay, why don't you go right from the beginning? Start from
I don't know how to restart it. How do I restart it? I don't think you can when it's on Instagram.
Oh, okay. Go to YouTube and put Feliz Navidad Backstreet Boys.
So this is AJ.
Yes,
but he doesn't have any tattoos.
Well,
but he's also wearing sleeves.
In Christmas claymation, I don't think they can do tattoos, so maybe that's why.
Hold on, you're saying that if I'm on YouTube, I can look up Feliz Navidad, and it does.
Yeah, so if you go Backstreet Boys lyric video, Feliz Navidad lyric video, it will come up.
Backstreet Boys Feliz Navidad. Here we go.
Lyric video.
It's here. Okay. There we go. Oh, now there's an ad and there's music playing. Stupid ads. Okay. Here we go.
Okay, here we go.
Here is all the Backstreet Boys. So we got Kevin with his long hair and goatee and glasses. We got Howie.
Sorry. Yes, I forgot Kevin also had glasses on, so I understand why maybe you thought that was Kevin. But no, that one is really the easiest one.
Long coats.
Kevin, like they really did a good job with Kevin. You could tell right away that was Kevin.
Yes, Howie kind of doesn't look like Howie, but I can get
no, not really. But I was like, okay, this is the only one left, so it must be Howie.
So it must be Howie. And then this is Nick.
That's Nick, yeah.
Yes. Then that one is AJ.
Yeah, because he has like his goatee, the way that he has it. They made it at least the goatee, right? So then okay, that's AJ.
And then we got Brian. So yes. So
I don't know. I didn't have a hard time figuring out who was who, but that's just me.
Yeah.
Like this looks like Kevin's so good.
Like Kevin.
I think they did a good job.
Oh, they kind of got Brian's eyes going on there.
Yeah, they kind of got like Brian's facial kind of.
Yeah.
And then Howie didn't get one. I'm like, poor Howie.
Poor Howito. That's fun. So yeah, so there's that one.
I will say this one is way better than the panda one with the flying panda with its Christmas time again.
Oh my God. Let's find, I'm going to find that one just so you can see it's Christmas time.
Oh my God.
Christmas time again. These like.
Yeah, this was like very
weird little elves.
It's like a scary movie.
It's just like this. The animation quality here is kind of like
It's like very creepy. I don't know.
that. Does look like AJ though. And there's Howie with a wonky eye, and then
Yeah, it is very creepy, this one. So I think like they
Yeah.
update. There's
I
like
remember when
this
this
is
came out.
updated. The Feliz Navidad is like updated.
like why are their eyes
Claymation.
so weird?
I don't know.
Yes, there was also the claymation one. Which one was that?
Christmas in New
gosh.
York.
Yes. Hold on.
That one was also better than the Flying Panda one. So it upgraded a lot the past couple of years.
Backstreet Boys. But yeah, that's also kind of creepy. These claim. Oh my god, these stupid ads.
Yes, it's also creepy, but it's better than that one.
Oh, okay. This one has the little intro of everybody. Okay, hold on. Let's go back.
Yeah,
Howie got-
Howie got one in this one, but the other one.
So there's Howie with the weird pigeon.
But that one
again,
didn't
but it
even look
doesn't
like
look like Howie at all.
Yeah.
This does not look
So
like
I
Howie.
don't know. Like that doesn't look like Brian. Okay, that one might look a little bit like Nick.
Kevin
See,
always
Kevin,
looks like Kevin.
they're doing a good
AJ
job
looks
with
good.
Kevin's claymation. Like good
Kevin-
job. Like,
Kevin always like it works for him, man.
I don't know, like if they just like memorized
Yeah,
it or
Kevin is
like
so pretty.
hands on with it. But yeah, they did a good job with his claymation.
Yes. So I could have sworn there was another one that had kind of like cartoony, like it was like a papery version of them. Am I crazy? Or is that this video?
I think that's this video.
Okay. Like, yeah, who's this? Is that Brian?
Yes.
Okay, I just doesn't really look like the man. I don't know, but I guess. Oh God, look at the nostrils. That's a horrible picture.
There you go. That's Brian.
There you go. Kudos to them for employing artists and making weird Christmas music videos instead of just just doing it, just making a live
Right.
action, which would be great.
But also, I think, yes, that's great that it's different, but it's also a little creepy.
I feel like I should
So if
make
you're a
collage.
young child, you'd be like, what is this? Scarred for life.
We should make a collage of all their creepy like cartoon or animation things and then have people vote and see which is like the best out of each member.
For me personally, I think the Feliz Navidad one is way better than the other two.
Yeah.
So I think it's like Feliz Navidad, then Christmas in New York, and then it's Christmas time again. Like Christmas time is
Okay.
like way at the bottom. Like bottom.
Bottom.
Like it's so
Yep.
far down the bottom, you just like can't even see it anymore.
There was another one. That's fun. If I can find a fourth
But
one, we can do like a little poll on Twitter. Okay, I will look into this and see if I can figure out.
Okay.
If I'm not too lazy, I'm going to write make collages.
It's all good. But yeah, I think
I will probably
that's
immediately forget this. Cartoony guys.
It's all good.
BSB. Okay. Okay. So yeah. So
How about
anyway,
you? How about you? Do you think that, or do you have a different order that you like?
Yeah, I don't know. What was your order? The new one?
I
is
said
Christmas
Feliz
time.
Navidad was the
Yeah.
first, then Christmas in New York is the second, and it's Christmas time again is all the way at the bottom, like the bottom.
Yeah, I would say that's fairly accurate in those. I could have sworn there was a fourth. All right.
I don't think so, but
Maybe not. Maybe I'm just crazy and delusional or thinking of other boy bands. Who knows? Yeah. So anyways, so that is out. So although AJ would kind of hyped us up and was all like, yeah, there's going to be 2 new Christmas songs. Then we're like, just kidding. They were the songs that you already have. It's fine. It's better than not. So that's that.
it's a good thing. So maybe they're gonna do something then if they re-released it.
So here's my other question. Like, okay, I know we're like already in November, but the boys really don't have anything scheduled right now. Do you think they're going to do any sort of Christmas promotions this year, or do you think they're just going to like not?
They probably won't do anything, but I thought that maybe because they're re-releasing it, they could.
I thought they would do something, but yeah. I don't know.
But probably
Maybe they're
not.
just like, remember, we have Christmas music as we head into the Christmas season. Like, that's probably it. But
Yes, that's
it is a good album. I do like that album. That
It is a very good album. All the songs are really good. Their voices sound really good with those songs.
For sure. Speaking, should we go to AJ or Nick next? Okay, let's go.
We can go to Nick.
We'll go to Nick because it's in the theme of Christmas. So they've recently announced, well, here, let me share this guy. So Lance announced this, but also there's another picture. So basically, Lance says, what can I say? Guilty as charged. Get ready because I'm hosting the Grove Christmas tree lighting on November 17th at 7 p.m. in partnership with Fox LA. Get ready for performances from an incredible lineup of special guests, at least 4 outfit changes from me, and just the right amount of holiday cheer to kick off the season. Stay tuned and let's get jolly, y'all. And then if you go to the, whose is this? Mirror Media. Anyways, I'll share this tab instead. So it says Christmas at the Grove, the 24th annual tree lighting celebration, Monday, November 17th at 7 p.m. Hosted by Lance Bass, performances by Nick Carter, Dasha, Loud Luxury, Kevin Wu, and more. So there you go. So that is
I feel
exciting.
like he did it a couple of years ago too, Nick.
I believe he did. So if you happen to be in the, where is this? This is LA, right? In the LA area, go check it out. I believe it's free to go there because basically the Grove is a mall. As Sophia and I discovered when we went to go visit it, and it's a little bit underwhelming of a mall, but it has like some high-end luxury stores. There's like an area in the middle where you can have performances. There's like a little train, that kind of trolley, if you will, that takes you to the other end of the mall, which you can very easily walk to.
Because we watched it on TV so much that they played it up that it's like this big place, but then when you go in person, it's not really.
Yeah, it's well, there's not a lot of real estate in LA anyway, so I feel like most things are smaller because you're just whatever. But
that's true. But it was just like, this is it. Okay, that's great. Like it was fun to go to, obviously, but
sure.
I was just surprised that it was like small.
Yeah, compared to like some of the things around here and stuff, right? So
like because we've always seen New York City, Times Square, like that. The first time I went there, I was like, wow, this is actually like big the way that we've seen it on TV. So you're like, oh my God, it's so many lights. But then when you go a lot of time, you're like, wow, it's like, okay. After you've seen it one time, you're fine.
Like a little staircase and whatever. It's just like, like for New Year's, they shut down the street so people can be on it, like when we went. But if it's just like a regular day, it's not that big of an area, Times Square, right? It's like a block maybe, which is not terrible.
And that's why they tried to make like, I think it's called now Sofoka Square. But before it used to be called Dundas Square. And they tried to make it like New York City's Times Square /
in
Japan.
Toronto you're talking about. Okay. Gotcha,
in Toronto. But obviously can't duplicate things.
Yes.
But that area is like also where they like do performances. They do like fun events there. So that's why they try to make it like Times Square.
Right. It's always cool to have something in the middle of the city. So that should be fun. We know Lance is fun. They did a bunch of stuff like during the pandemic-y stuff too, or just after it. I remember there was some Backstreet and NSYNC members had done stuff before. And
Backstreet, I think was called, no?
Yes, I think so. Yes. And then Nick's brother-in-law, Corey, who's married to Angel, I believe he manages it or he does something with the Grove. He has some high up position there. He does something. So
He's
so and they're obviously friends with Lance.
I forget what it was. Something like that.
Yeah. So should be fun event. So that's good. A lot of Christmassy events are coming up. So that's exciting.
Yeah, all the tree lighting events are usually around that time, so that's cool.
Yeah, I know our mall tree lighting is on November 15th because we're having the Hamilton Santa Claus Parade is happening that day. So a lot of cutesy little things coming up.
In Toronto at the Winter Village, it's November 13th. And then the Santa Claus Parade, I believe, is November 21st.
Yeah, it's always in November, I feel. Like they kick it off before.
Yeah.
I was looking at, because I'm going to be in England to see Five. So that's exciting. That is coming up. Gina and I leave on the 18th, then we come back the 23rd, and our Five concert is on the 20th. So we were looking at stuff to do, and we're like, oh my God, it's actually gonna be like decorated for Christmas and stuff. So then we were looking, and they have a Warner Brothers studio in London, because a lot of the Harry Potter stuff was filmed there. And I was like, oh, I've been to the Warner Brothers studio in LA. Let's check it out, because we were trying to figure out something to do on the Saturday. And they're going to be shut down for about 5 days, because they're going to like Christmasize all the stuff and make it all wintry and stuff. So that reopens on the 16th. And we're like, perfect. We'll be there the 20th. Let's go buy tickets in advance. No, after half an hour of figuring out how to get there, because it's like an hour outside of London, we then went to go buy the tickets, and the earliest available is the 27th, because it's sold out. So that sucks.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, it should be interesting. And I was like, oh, I wonder if we can see any of like the Love Actually places and stuff like that. So there's like a walking tour. So
yeah, you could.
Yes. So sorry, before I move off from Backstreet Boys, AJ Solo appears to be coming out, guys. It appears. Knocking on some wood here.
He did say November 27th will be a few songs, and he's released a couple of the snippets of the songs.
I am so like shocked and proud, but here we go. So AJ has released, hold up, let me pull up his Instagram. So the very first one that he gave us a little snippet to was called Can't Love You Anymore. It's very like dramatic.
Which sounded really good. I really enjoyed that one.
Yeah. So that's going to be on the album, hopefully. And then he also released one the other day called Thinking About Us. So yeah, so that from what I'm hearing so far, it sounds really good. So hopefully it'll be well worth the wait for AJ and yeah.
He's very excited. He was in the studio again a couple of weeks ago, and he was like, "Yeah,
one with these people."
I think so.
Yeah. So yeah. So guys,
after 4 years, it's finally coming out.
So very exciting. We're definitely looking forward to that. And then obviously once it's out, we will be reviewing it as we do.
Yeah.
So
because he said his album is coming out on his birthday.
Yes. So yeah, we will definitely check it out. So yay! And I think is it Elliot's birthday that the other songs are coming out?
Yes.
Yes. So his daughter's birthday. So yeah, so looking good, AJ. We're getting closer. We're getting there. So hopefully in a few weeks' time, we'll have some AJ songs to review. And then obviously in the new year as well. So yeah. Positive vibes out there towards him.
Positive vibes and positive thoughts that is true.
Yeah. So,
And that way, when we do the album review, we'll be like, see, guys, the proof is in our hands.
Yes. When we physically have this CD, I really hope he does physically put out a CD and it's not like Nick's last
I also hope, because I'm still hoping that Nick eventually still does a physical album.
Yeah, it's kind of hard not to have that. Like, I get it. We don't really have CD players as much as we did, but this is what we like to have.
He did vinyl. I don't think does people have vinyl?
Everyone's getting vinyl again. I'm just curious if people actually have record players to play them or if they just collect them.
Right. So, like, I don't know. Do people have that? If they don't have that, then why would you get vinyl unless it's just for a collector's item?
That's true. That is true.
So then you could do a collector's item for an album, which showing us how old we are, because before we used to have
that's so true. Yeah. Speaking we mentioned briefly that New Kids on the Block are back in Vegas, so they have reopened their stuff. So they're on oh my God, residency. They have their little residency going on. Yeah. So there was like a little bit.
And then Backstreet Boys will be there back in their residency very soon, December 26th.
Yes, so end of December for them. So that's exciting. New Kids are having a good time. So they're there November 1st to 15th. Oh, it's almost done. Okay, well, when you listen to this, they will be gone again. But so there you go. So they're having a good time over there for sure. And speaking of having a good time, I'm going to be having a good time as I mentioned, in like a week and a half or a week. I'm going to England, London, England to see Five. This is another one where we've been kind of like, is this going to happen? Is it not? Because they had not been together. I believe they broke up in 2001. So like 24 years of them. There's been groups over the years of them getting back together, like 3 of them, 4 of them. There was this show called The Big Reunion. So they were able to get everyone except for Jay. So Abs has had a bit of a rough life through the years. But for this particular reunion, all 5 are back. So, and then I'm like, please don't break up before. And they didn't.
Yeah, and I saw videos. So I was like, hey, that's very good that they've made it to the concert time.
They've made it. So they started, their first one was in Cardiff on October 29th. Brighton was supposed to be the first one, but then it sold out. So they added another one. So how annoyed would you be if you got tickets for the very first show and then they added a show right before it? I know me, I would just buy tickets for both of them. But yes, but
you'd be mad, right? Because what if you can only afford the first one
or
at that time? Yeah.
Exactly, but still a very cool experience. So they were supposed to have this guy named Naughty Boy be their DJ, but he's not available, so they have somebody else. But yeah, so anyway, so the very first, so they had a whole bunch of shows. They all sold out. There's some left. There is still some left for the second half of shows, which are actually coming back to a bunch of the places. So when we go to the London O2 Arena, that's actually going to be the 3rd time because they're doing 2 first and then us. So yeah, seems pretty cool. So yeah. The good part is, so Gina and I were watching because I was like, do I want spoilers? Do I not want spoilers? And I was thinking, you know what, I do, because I need to, as much as I love Five, I definitely realize that I do not know a lot of their songs. Like I know all the hits, obviously, but there's like some B-sides and things like that. So they actually released a whole set list and made a whole Spotify playlist. So I've just been listening to that to like get in the mood because I was like, oh crap, I don't even know some of these. But the cool part is that they are actually like full on choreography. They're doing like their old dance moves. They actually have their old choreographer from back in the day. And they just seem to be getting along so well and like having a good time. So it's
having
really
a good time and making money. I think that helps.
Honestly,
as well.
that certainly helps. So this, I don't know if you can see from here, but the way that they have it, so they have like a pit, and it's like the Backstreet Boys pit that they had in was it the DNA tour?
DNA, yeah.
It was like a full circle surrounding them.
Yes, DNA.
Like that was like the show that we went to in Ottawa and stuff. So like, that's what it is. So it's pretty cool. So they're doing like that. So they do come out and perform like around it. Obviously, most of it is on the main stage. But yeah, no, they're like killing it and they're still doing that. They got the confetti, they got all that stuff. So, should be exciting. Awesome. I just don't know how like concerts in another country work. Like, do people still bring signs and stuff? Like,
yeah,
I don't know. I'm like, is that something we want to do? Like, so we're not in the pit. We're like off to the side stage, in the 100s, but we're the front row of our section. So I don't think there's anybody in front of us. I think there's like a lower level in front of us, but I'm not 100% sure. So I'm hoping to see pictures from that when people are going to that show. But yeah, no, it looks cool. And some people have been able to meet them after the show or before the show. So like our plan is very much to kind of like hang around the O2 Arena and see. The problem with the O2 is I think it's such a bigger stadium that we probably won't be able to see them anywhere, but you know, you never know.
Well, fingers
crossed. We'll check it out.
50-50 chance, right?
You know what? You miss all the chances you don't take there. So we are doing the sound check party ahead of time. The shitty part about this sound check party is just a sound check party. So it's like they perform a bunch of songs and then there's Q&A, but there's no meet and greet pictures or anything. So that kind of sucks, but who knows? Let's put positive vibes in the universe. Maybe we'll get
positive vibes, positive thought that this will be awesome. It's going to be awesome regardless.
I think it's going to be awesome regardless because the only time they've never toured in North America. as far as I'm understanding. I don't believe they have. I saw them once, and they were at the place Canada's Wonderland performing as part of Psychoblast. So that was like them and a bunch of other bands were performing. So it wasn't like a full show. So this is going to be like the first full show that we're going to see. And so they're doing obviously the UK, and in the new year they're doing Australia. But it'll be interesting to see if they add any other dates. So hopefully they'll add some North American dates, but who knows?
They should definitely do Canada.
The other interesting part, which kind of sucks, that I was reading online for the sound check. So the sound check's supposed to be like half hour, 45 minutes. So it sounds like it'll be like a good thing. Instead of just picking questions from the crowd, you have to scan like a QR code and put your question in there. And then somebody from your team will pick questions. So that's kind of interesting. And then also cameras are not allowed at sound check, which I think is kind of weird.
Happens.
I know, but it kind of sucks because I in one regard, that's awesome because you're like living in the moment and like focusing and not just behind your camera the whole time. But also sucks because that's the closest we're going to be to them because the sound check takes place in the arena. So we'll be standing in the pit for that. And then during the concert, we'll be back in our seats. So I'm like, kind of sucks for that. Like Gina and I are making jokes about getting like those like glasses that have like a camera in them and just like recording them with these glasses and stuff. But
might as well.
But I don't know if any of them are actually like, I saw a whole bunch on Amazon and I was like, but then I'm like, with my luck, then I'll be wearing the glasses, but then I can't see because it's a blurry mess. So I'm like, what am I going to do? Wear two glasses or make Gina wear the glasses? I have no idea. Anyways, I think regardless,
how badly do you want photos of the sound check? I guess is how you gauge that.
That is true. Like, do I want to see them with my eyes or do I want to see them with my fake eyes? And just, I don't know.
Well, that was fun. Like when we went to New York, right? And it was like an assembly. We sat down.
Oh, yes. And they're like, don't worry, we're going to release
Don't worry, you don't have to take photos. We'll take them for you, which was kind of like a blessing in disguise because you're like, we enjoyed the moment more.
That's true. You know what?
But then you're like, there were so many like opportunities that, this would have been a good photo to take. And
this was a really funny thing that they said, and now we don't have it. Like,
right.
Oh my God. It was when Kevin first came back. What was that? What was that called? It was just before the Central Park thing.
BSB. I don't know. Something DSB takes New York, something like that.
Something like that. And they were like remember how like insane this was? So obviously we had to buy the passes ahead of time. But they wouldn't tell us the location until like a couple hours before. So we're like in New York waiting for them to send us the location.
We're literally in the hotel because Nikki bought a hotel.
Yeah, and we're just like, do we start like kind of traveling somewhere to see if we just wait? So then we're just kept refreshing and waiting. And then they told us. And then by the time we got there, I think we were like, 15 in line, something like that?
No, I think we were like closer. I think we were like 10? Maybe 8. I think we're like 8.
We got to be in the front row.
Because other people were waiting. They saved spots for their friends. Yeah. So I think that's why we were like 8. Yeah.
Yeah, so we ended up being like front row for that, but then we were like sitting. It was a sit down thing because it was part of their documentary they were filming, which they never included so it was any of it.
I like we were crossing our legs.
I'm like I can't cross my legs anymore. I'm old and fat, like whatever. So I had my legs out, and then I was like, please don't trip on me. And like I just remember at one point, Sophia was like, I think she was looking at Brian, and I like elbow her, and she's like, what? And I'm like. And then Howie is like right in her face. Like, she's like, oh.
I was like, oh my God, there's Backstreet Boys everywhere. What a problem to have.
What a problem. We went to go like cheer and put our hands up, but we were sitting on the ground. We're like, oh, this is going to look like we're grabbing their crotches. So we're just like, okay, we'll just awkwardly wave or whatever. Like, it was so funny. And then we were like making a joke about Nick. I remember this specifically because he was sitting over them. We're like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, what?
Because, like on TV, when they're like singing, you like talk amongst your friends, right? Yeah. But we didn't realize how close we were that they could hear us to the point. And then he's like, what did you say? And I was like, maybe like don't talk too loud.
Yeah, I believe it was an inappropriate joke. And I was like, oh, he's like, what'd you guys say? We're like, holy shit, never mind.
I was like, right, we're very close. And then
so funny.
I Want It That Way, Kevin's part of his song.
Oh my God.
He started crying. So then we all started crying too. Because I feel like once you see somebody crying, you start as well. It always happens. I don't know why.
And yet we have no video of this. Like Justin's like, don't worry, I'll film everything and put it up. I think he made like a quick little video of something. We're like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, they made like a quick video and then they shared like 5 photos from the event.
We're like, wow, we're so glad that we put our phones away for this. But honestly, because they didn't want us to all have our phones up while they were recording it. Like, and I totally understand that, but they also didn't use the footage in the documentary. So really, it was kind of...
Right, exactly. Because that was supposed to be the end. That event was supposed to be the end because the boys are all 5 boys are back together. So I think that's what they were going to do. But then they included more things. So then it was like, okay, well, that sucks.
Yeah. It's too funny. But yeah, no, that was good. It was a really good event. So you're right. It was good to
and
get
then Brian like took a photo of all of us.
Yeah.
And then I was like, Brian, my phone stopped working. I don't know why. Because I guess in the US sometimes like Canadian phones don't work.
Yeah, especially.
So then I was like, can I see the photo that you took? And then
he was like showing, he's like, there you are, Soph. Like, oh my God, it was so funny.
It was pretty cool, yeah.
That was pretty cool. So
good times.
Good times. If anyone lives in the UK and would like to give me some ideas of things to do, pop it on in the comments. And anyway, so it should be good. Oh, look at that. Oh, wow. I did not think our updates would take this long. So we don't even have to use our backup things.
Cinzia always forgets that we can talk a lot of things about boy bands.
Yes.
Every time she's like, I don't think we have enough time to we don't have enough things to talk about. I'm like, have you met us?
Have you met us? Yes. Sorry, guys, if you're new.
We talked about chicken nuggets for 1 hour about BTS, the chicken nugget sauce, their merch.
We did.
We thought it would be like maybe 10 minutes. It became an hour.
Ooh, speaking of BTS, I think that's what I'm going to do today because I went on a little bit of a nutso McDonald's streak trying to get all the BTS toys. And I need to figure out if I actually got them all or not. So the time.
Oh, yeah. How is that going? Do you have like 5? How many do you have now?
I don't know. So there's 2 versions. So there's the regular, like the throwback version. And then there's like the McDonald's version where they're wearing McDonald's clothes. This guy is Jin. Look how cute he is. But the thing is, I'm collecting a lot of similar ones. So my goal today is I'm going to sort through and see if I have all 7 of each kind. And if not, I'm going to do some tradesies and hope that I can complete my collection.
All right.
And
positive vibes for that as well. Positive vibes.
Yeah. So good times. Anyways. Yeah. So sounds like a lot of good things are on the horizon in the boy band universe and things are coming up.
Yes, some things to look forward to.
So yeah, good times.
And then by the time this airs, will you have been on a plane or not yet?
This is going to air next week, so no.
Okay.
So yeah, no, we're good. So yeah.
All right, so... But
it'll be fun, and obviously I'll come back and I will tell you all about the 5 shenanigans. I'm sure there'll be some shenanigans because that's just how
I'm sure it'll be very fun. I feel like it will be like a 3-day recap.
They're like, but they're just having like such fun times, and it's just
I'm happy for them because you never know, right? Like how a reunion would go, but this seems like they're having a great time, and that's great.
And I love this for them, and I love that they're getting big arenas. And that they sold out, because this is why
I think nostalgia has definitely helped them.
And I'm just not to shit upon one of my favorite boy bands, O-Town, but I just would really like if NSYNC ever gets back together, that it's going to be a big thing like this. And I think it will be. I don't think it'll be.
I feel like it will, yeah.
It's
been so long, right? Since they've had a tour. So I feel like it would sell out.
Yes, there was rumors, the talks are down again. I'm like, first of all, they keep saying they haven't had these talks. We don't know what's going on if NSYNC ever were to get back together. And as much as I have a disdain for a certain member of the band, I would love to have all 5 of them back, because I think that's kind of the magic, is to have all 5 boy band members. Because even when 5 was getting back together, there were 3. They were just playing small venues. It was not like a thing. You need all 5 bam. And
I just think that they're not going to do it without Justin. So there's
I
no
don't
point
think so
to even
either.
say, let's do 4. Like, and I feel like Chris has continuously kept saying, like, we're not doing it without Justin. So
yeah,
stop asking these questions.
and JC is kind of like hyper focused on his play right now. So who knows? So we don't know. In the future, something might happen. I will always have my
I
fingers
think
crossed.
because TMZ is usually like pretty good about sharing like actual real like facts.
Yeah.
They've had even though their track record is not like good with like sharing about people's deaths. I don't know. I feel like because they've always like had the information right majority of the time. I think that's why people thought, oh, if it's on TMZ,
then
it might be true. Yeah. But then Joey was like, no, it's not. We didn't have any talks.
Yeah. So, oh, well, it is what it is, guys. But yes.
Well, fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. You never know.
Manifest it, like put it in the world. Like we got 2 songs. So that's better
true.
than nothing, right?
That is true. So that is great. So, yeah. Still plugging along, doing their thing. So very happy for them. Anyways, I guess on that note, did you have anything else you wanted to say or anything? Or
no, that's good. I think we did a great job of sharing the updates from the other updates.
There you go. Hopefully this is the last updates for a while. Actually, maybe not hopefully. It's always nice to have new updates, but maybe our next episode will not be an update episode. Well, it'll be a Joe Bro centric one, I think. So anyways, on that note, thanks for taking a break with us, guys.
Until next time.
Thanks for listening. Bye.
Bye.